of a proper winter night, isn't there? Hoping it'll be strong enough to blow out the cobwebs from between Ardene's ear holes.
Can't keep up. Ardeen says it's going to be
Proper blustery down at the top.
that frost.
All the days stood out on that cold. Oh, couldn't pay me enough.
Last week, sun's out, sat outside with a cardigan watching my bedsheets dry. This week, we're hammering down the fences and chasing a pair of pants around the garden because they've blown off the line.
I try to catch them in this moment, when a child questions whether and why the wind stitches the town's talk together. It is a moment I find caught between swings and whistling hymns, raspberry jam and book bag, and steel. Like a soil-twined piper, I guide their Wellington toes to tip over cobbled roads and into earth. And watch the plastic of their mind forget their mother's washing hanging on the line, and not instead with fear of the moss-swollen man whose straw-pickled limbs shows how wind will gnaw at skin and rot. But as I see their childhood breaking, their summer and school days shaking, I pluck them from the earth like a fruit. And I wait for their learning lips to tell me how the wind blew the cobwebs from their head, how they caught the caution that was thrown there, how they're glad their funny face didn't get stuck there. And that's the moment I'm after. That parroted song passed along their family's
Keeping our
tongue
fingers crossed and puff and puff. Okay, that bloody
whistle.
house down up there.
Because then I invite the ground to speak, watch it rise as earthen roots clench around their boots and bound us in honesty to land's truth, showing that wind is not just a thing to feel in your hair or put fear in the air, but listen to, because lost inside its howling is a found thing that speaks, warns of uncharted greed and supermarkets that feed on glut. It screams that even though we have more than enough fields, their flash sales and deals are making a meal of this earth. And if we don't listen to these dwindling yields, then we only have 60 harvests left in England. And it hurts when they ask how the world turned the wind's warning silent. And I have to pluck up their mother's head, buried in the sand, still gaggling with gossip of wind and rain and washing lines. And like weeds around her, I pull up the village. Postmen and teachers, lawyers and bakers, doctors, lawmakers and butchers. Those who know that the earth is breaking, shaking, trying to wake a sleeping thing inside them. But they only sip storms from their teacups, biscuits down, their knees up. They use it, refuse it, suck, pluck and abuse it, talking as if they don't know that we are going to lose it.
At the supermarket.
Our land. The barren and blistering rose that they have let their glasses tint beyond. And it's them. Those that taught us tongues they said were polite, that have stripped us of our right, arrested us, even though we had no other choice but to fight. And somehow we're having to say sorry because we thought this proudly British lot might want to talk about the weather. So, these kids might seem quiet, scared, or rude to you, but really, they know what they need to do.
Keeping our fingers crossed and puff and puff.
Because their dreams will only come together when this earth starts to heal for the better. And I'm sorry for hammering the point home, but they can't do that until you
I saw where it is.
start to really talk about the weather.
Rained off last year and she hasn't stopped talking about it since. Rams it down my throat, Wright.